Okay, here we are at Pope County, Illinois, and we're going to be looking at the different historical markers that we find in Pope County, and we're going to Golconda. That's where they are in Pope County, so stay with us as we go this way and enjoy the ride. All right, here we are in Golconda, Illinois. And this historical marker is in memory of Sarah Lusk, the brave pioneer woman who founded the town of Golconda, first called Sarahville, a century and a quarter ago. She established the first ferry across the Ohio River at this place, which she operated with the aid of her young son and a faithful colored woman. Her rifle was always at hand to protect the passengers from the dangers that lurked on every side. And this was erected by the Civic Club of Golconda in 1928. It's on the grounds of the courthouse here in Golconda. And it says here in the fall of 1803, Captain Meriwether Lewis and William Clark passed this place with about 20 men on their way westward. At that time, there were a few residents and Lusk Ferry located nearby. Most likely, the expedition party visited with some of the residents before continuing on to Fort Massac. Okay, we are continued here in Golconda with some of the historical buildings. This one says it is the Alexander Hall Buell House, and it says built by A.H. Buell, who received a deed to the lot 18th of October 1841 from Daniel Field, family members, some of whom lived in the house until 1986. Thought Mr. Buell, a tanner, built the house shortly after the deed was executed. The Buells came to Golconda in 1836. They witnessed the 1838-39 Cherokee Trail of Tears and told the story of feeding pumpkin to two weary travelers. A son, James William, was a renowned nonfiction author in the late 1800s and early 1900s. This is the John Thomas Davidson cabin. This cabin was located on a farm near Azotus when it was purchased by John Thomas Davidson in 1882. It was moved to the present site in 1993 when it was presented to Pope County Historical Society by R.C. Davidson, grandson of John Thomas. The logs, foundation stones, fireplace, and large stones used as steps are all part of the original structure. The cabin was presented to the Illinois Historic Preservation Agency in 1983. And here we are down here on the riverfront in Golconda, Illinois. And this marker says Lewis and Clark Expedition, 1803 to 1806, Golconda. In 1796, Major James Vance Lusk, Revolutionary War veteran, and his wife Sarah, daughter of General James McElwain, led a party of 35, half of them children, from Washoe, South Carolina to a site in Kentucky opposite the mouth of Lusk Creek. Lusk obtained a license from Kentucky and operated a ferry until 1798 when he established an unlicensed business on the Illinois Bank in protest of Kentucky's slave status. He built a two-story house of keelboat timbers near the mouth of the creek, which still bears his name. Known as the Ferry House or the Tavern House, it was visited by many important travelers. In 1803, Major Lusk died after completing a narrow road from Tennessee to Greens Ferry on the Mississippi. In 1804, Sarah Lusk was granted a license by Governor William Henry Harrison of Indiana Territory. She operated the ferry and a store until 1805 when she married Thomas Ferguson, later a member of the first and second territorial legislatures. Ferguson took control of the business and sold it in 1816. In 1798, this was the only Illinois settlement between Kentucky and Kaskaskia. Records of 1807 show there were 3 small stores, 1 tavern, 1 saloon, and 20 dwellings. The name changed from Lusk Ferry to Ferguson's Ferry, Sarahsville, and finally became Golconda in 1817. Okay, thank you for joining us in Pope County. And if you know of any historical markers that we have missed, drop that down in the comments below and we'll go take a look. And I hope you've enjoyed visiting the beautiful, beautiful places with us in Pope County.